What is up, YouTube? Welcome to this Supergirl Season 2, Episode 9, Supergirl Lives video. Now, it's been a long wait for Supergirl. It's been a long wait for Supergirl to come back. So, it's been I think about 6 weeks. That's quite a long time. Because the last episode we actually had, I believe, was the one that set up the invasion storyline. So, yeah, it's really good having Supergirl back on our screen. So this episode was actually really fantastic. It was a solid episode. I've been a bit critical of Supergirl, how it's been before this episode. It's felt like it's kind of lost its way, it's a bit messy, a bit muddled. And I kind of feel that this episode really did fit the ethos of Supergirl. It fits in with who she is. And also, we've got a good way of showing everyone on the whole of the character cast. So, a lot of Easter eggs this episode, and also a big theory which I'm going to delve into. So, we had a Stargate reference, which is obviously when they discovered this, well, possibly a Stargate onto Slaver's moon. So we got to see that, and also once it was mentioned, hey look, it's a Stargate. On the way back, Alex actually said, find a way for us to dial home, which was pretty cool there, because I'm a huge Gatehead. I love Stargate, and I really want it to come back on our TV screens, and I think now was possibly the perfect time. So yeah, we've got that. We've also got a Portal reference near the end when he said you're thinking with portals, which is the tagline for the game Portal, which is in itself just a fantastic game. If you've not played it, go and check it out. So this episode obviously was directed by Kevin Smith, and that's why it's called Supergirl Lives, because, well, he wrote a film for Superman called Superman Lives, which was, funnily enough, going to star Nicolas Cage for whatever reason. And there are pictures of him wearing that suit somewhere, floating on the internet, and it looks as bad as you would expect, which I expect Nicolas Cage wanted to do it because he loves Superman so much, and I believe he called his son Kal-El there, which very strange there, Nicolas. Very strange. Although I can't criticise too much, because in this episode we actually saw Kevin Smith's daughter. So Kevin Smith was directing, and for some reason he has decided to put his daughter in his films and now his TV shows. She was Izzy, the girl that was actually taken by Roulette and her cable of human traffickers. So this episode started off very well. I'm not really liking the douchey frat version of Mon-El. I kind of feel that the writing's a bit clunky, it's a bit cliched for him, and it doesn't really work. And a romance between him and Kara, no dice. I don't think that works at all. Funny enough, I think it works better with Jimmy Olsen, of all people. So we got to see Guardian in full Guardian garb, which looked absolutely cool. But the whole bat voice thing, no. I don't think that worked. It didn't really kind of come across. It came across as cheesy, I think, which is worse than being kind of bad. But once we got into the meat and potatoes of the actual episode, the whole mystery of what's happening on Slaver's moon, yeah, that was pretty darn cool. And I think that this storyline of them investigating what's going on, and also the subplot of her doing it to actually get a story in the paper, well, there's that too. So I think that the kind of buddy cop thing, not the romance, but the buddy cop drama between Kara and Mon-El works better than them being a romance. And I did like the fact that Kara's powers were taken away, because obviously she doesn't work on a red sun, obviously, because Krypton, and they'd be flying around and shit, that'd be ridiculous. So it was cool seeing Roulette again, and I'm sorry, this actress is going to be very, very typecast, considering she was on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as a sort of bad guy, and now she is just, you know, very, very evil. So it was cool seeing the Dominators again as well, which obviously they are a different version of the Dominators that we had in the crossover, because obviously this is a different Earth, this is a different dimension, if you will. So we'll have to see what happens. I think this was literally just an Easter egg. I think this was just an Easter egg to kind of keep them in the show for now. They have said that the Dominators will possibly return, but we don't know to what extent they will. And I hope we don't have a huge interstellar war like we did over on the main other shows, because that's been done. So I think that the intrigue and the way this show was set up and the way it was directed was actually done very well. It wasn't done in a traditional Kevin Smith way, kind of like a, I can't think of the term, but the kind of way he did Clerks, Mallrats, that kind of unconventional way. But what he did very well was convey the characters and make the whole Alex romance story actually interesting and work, because he's great at directing characters, which is what some of these shows really, really do bloody need. But I think that this show overall was really enjoyable. I think this is a great start to the second half of the season. Now the question is, Daxam. Now, the Dominator actually bowed to Mon-El as he was leaving, and the guy in the white lab coat actually said, or the other aliens actually said that, well, not him. So, yeah, I think he's definitely the Daxam Prince based on this. I wasn't too convinced before, but now he's becoming more of a douchey frat guy. He is not being killed by Dominators of all people, who are, you know, they're pretty evil, aren't they, the old Dominators? So it looks like he is possibly going to be this Daxam Prince. And these people looking after him, or looking for him, sorry, have actually turned up. So what is their motive? Why are they looking for him? Are they looking to reinstate him on some kind of Daxam satellite world like Kandor, where Kandor was a city that survived and they've made a second city? Are they doing that? That's what I want to know, but I do think that he is possibly going to be this Daxam Prince moving forward. So that's definitely a story that is going to get very, very interesting as we move on to the rest of this season. So that's it for that video. Please do drop a like, please do subscribe. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.